Welcome back to the House of Cards. Thank you for joining us. We are on episode number 60. I'm trying to do a 60. And I am so thankful for everyone who has joined this channel, whether you're just a casual observer or you subscribed since day one. I really appreciate it. It's been a fun journey to document all of the sports cards and wildness that's happened over the last, I think it's been about 7 months now since I started the channel. So again, thank you so much. Now is also a great opportunity to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It's a good time, at least a once a week video, maybe twice a week sometimes. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button now if you haven't yet. And today we are doing our typical Monday Mailbag. Yes. It's a fun week. We got a lot of interesting stuff in here. We got some baseball prospecting going on. We got some soccer, of course. Actually got some sealed wax in this one. So there's a little something in there for everybody. So hope you enjoy this video. Like always, I appreciate you guys, and let's get into it. All right, let's start off with this month's issue of SMR. So this is the June issue with my favorite, Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. on the cover. So I guess you can kind of consider this a Father's Day issue. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of father-son sort of articles in here, which we'll get into. And of course, you know, Griffey and his dad being probably one of the most famous father-son combos to play. They played at the same time, which is pretty crazy to think about. All right, let's just zip to some of the cooler features in here. Here's the main article about the like father like son. So pretty cool. They kind of show some cards from some classic father son. So of course, you know, Griffey and King Griffey Jr., Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds. You got Vlad Sr. and Jr., Tatis and his dad, Senior and Junior also. And then you got Cecil Fielder and Prince Fielder. And Patrick Mahomes' dad, which, you know, a lot of people know he comes from a baseball background. And then, of course, Junior. Craig Biggio, who, of course, was huge during the 80s and 90s. And then Cavan Biggio. Dante Bichette. And then, of course, Bo Bichette. Who else we got? Clay Bellinger and Cody Bellinger. Jose Cruz and Jose Cruz Jr. And that's it for that one. Let's see what else was interesting in here. Oh, and then of course they have to do an article on the Manning family. So starting with Archie, and then going to Peyton, and then the Eli. So just pretty cool. It talks about some of the prime cards in the Manning family there. There's a couple more things. So I wanted to spend a second on this because I know many of you heard the acquisition by PSA for the company Genamint, which is basically an AI sort of imaging sort of technology company. And just gives you a quick little blurb here. It's just this one-page article, but just to kind of highlight the main thing of what Genamint does for PSA, just in case you weren't aware, is Genamint technology analyzes each trading card in real time and is able to provide diagnostics, measurements, and detects alterations of or other changes made to a card's surface in an effort to assist human graders. It will also provide unique card identification or card fingerprinting by identifying the exact card in order to track provenance, resubmissions, condition changes, and other attributes over time. So the only thing I don't really understand is how this fingerprinting is going to work. I don't know if there's any like unique identifiers that each card has. It could be. I guess you could say every card is maybe, you know, cut a little bit differently. I mean, I don't know. Like this, it's kind of interesting. Without like applying something to the card, it just confuses me on how it could fingerprint a card you know, because you know it has to be the actual card itself, right? Because this is their attempt to try to avoid people from cracking and resubmitting and doing that kind of stuff. But it's really interesting. I'm not really sure. I would assume there might be some unique identifiers every card has. Like not every corner is the same, not every edge is the same. So once it like, you know, does its scan and kind of creates its unique fingerprint based on the card condition and whatever, I guess that's how they'll do it. It seems kind of random because I don't know. Could two cards be identical? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, so that's kind of what Gentleman's coming into PSA to do, is just to kind of help with the process of identifying, you know, that kind of stuff, along with, you know, of course, alterations and, you know, the other things which sometimes are hard to spot for just a blind eye grader to notice. So, and then the last article is just one more kind of like family sort of generational article about the Boone family. So Ray Boone, Bob Boone, and then the only reason why that's kind of interesting is because I remember Brett Boone played for the Seattle Mariners for many years, and he was pretty good. He was a solid player. So, anyways, that's this month's issue of SMR, the Father's Day edition, it seems like. So you can check this out. I know they do give you the ability to watch or to read like a little preview on the PSA website, but you don't get the full magazine, which I know last time I said you'd be able to read the full thing online, but my bad, it's not the full magazine, but at least you get to read like an article or two, I think. Okay, let's open some mail. I'll start with this one. Where my handy dandy scissors are. Oh, there. I don't know, I prefer the scissors over the blade, just I don't know, it feels less sketchy for some reason. So I'm gonna slice something open with the blade versus these scissors. All right. I'm still getting. Oh man, there's a lot of tape. Jeez, more tape on this. At least it's painter's tape, so that's good. All right. Well, now we know what this is. So this is my guy Jared Kellnick from the Seattle Mariners, even though he's in a New York Mets uniform here. We acquired him as part of a trade a couple years ago. So I just been, he obviously has jumped in price because he got called up a week ago, actually today. And he's been doing pretty well. He had his obviously huge breakout game, was his second game where he hit a home run and 2 doubles. But he's been a little cool since then, you know, for the last 3 or 4 games. He's, you know, gotten a couple hits, but, you know, nothing crazy. You know, he still got to get settled in, get used to, you know, big league pitching and stuff like that. But, I mean, he's got all the characteristics of a real, you know, stud in the league. And I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to kind of watch him, you know, kind of ascend, hopefully, into a good player. So I have been picking him up back, you know, months ago, just with the anticipation he was going to get called up this year. So I got in real early on some stuff, but, you know, I grabbed a couple more things just because I said, why not? It was a little bit before the kind of real big arc of people started getting into him, and then I saw his prices like double overnight. But managed to get this nice Bowman First paper purple out of 250. So, you know, like to get those numbered cards when possible. This one's slightly bit off center, so it's not perfect, but you know, it's okay. I'm gonna probably hold on to these for a while because I let the kid develop for a few years and see what happens. But pretty cool looking card there. Oh, other package. There it is. Behind me. This is like a massive UPS package for a card. I was like, all right, sure. So I'm just gonna cut it. Oops, sorry about that. Envelope within an envelope. Okay. Got a lot of packaging going on here. This is a good bubble mailer I'm going to reuse. Oh, A++ for this guy or girl. Packaging. Feels like the... All right. Hey, we're on a roll today. All right, now this one's real cool. So this is, again, I don't got to go into the whole speech on here, Kellnick, but he's this is the Bowman Paper Gold, which was a pretty good deal. I think this guy listed it and wasn't really in the know that Kellnick was, that he got called up, so he had it at a buy it now price, which was fair, you know, which wasn't like cheap, but it wasn't through the moon like, you know, some of the recent stuff was, but it was there's the number out of 50. It was decent. So anyways, I wrote to him real quick and I was like, hey, and I gave him an offer like even lower, and he ended up accepting it, and I was like, holy moly, I got lucky. And then of course, like the next day, because I have these set up on my alerts, the next day the exact same car, exact same, you know, paper gold copy sold for double what I paid for it. So I was like, whew, got lucky there. But anyways, really excited to have this gold. I love gold parallels, so I think this one's pretty good. I know there was like a little smidge of edge down there, but it's nothing crazy. You can barely even see it. So anyways, I think this is a solid card. So again, this one's gonna be hanging around for a while for sure. All right, let's open this guy. Interesting. I was mesmerized by how people package things. Oh Lord, what's going on? All right, there's no top loader in there, guys, so I'm gonna do it the long way, just in case something weird happens. What's going on here? I think it's I don't know what it is. I think it's a soccer sticker, maybe. I'm assuming because looks smaller. Oh, it's a little mini envelope. Just a wee guy. All right. Well, it's a good thing I went careful, because this is an expensive sticker. So this is a 2006 World Cup Messi sticker, which has definitely increased in value quite a bit over the last 2 or 3 months. I was picking these up, and this one, I think honestly I ordered this a long time ago, but these are, you know, north of $100 now. But when I was getting them, they're, you know, 40, 50 bucks. But this one looked really good. I mean, look at that centering. That's the thing on these stickers, is centering. Well, you can get corner damage super easy on stickers because they're really flimsy. They're not thick like cardstock. They're like literally like slightly more, you know, sturdy than like a piece of like, you know, like thicker paper, not like regular printer paper, but like slightly higher. Anyways, it's really delicate. So yeah, this is awesome because it actually looks in really good shape. So I'm excited to have that. I do have another one that doesn't look that good, so kind of stoked to have one that looks that good. All right, starting off on a good tip, even though it was a little sketchy. Okay, moving on. Another one from out of the country, from Poland. Hey, that's my one half of me is Polish. My last name is Polish, which you guys don't know because my last name is not cards. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, let's see here. All right. Ironically, very similar packaging. Inside a white envelope with a piece of cardboard with 2 pieces of cardboard with 4 pieces of tape going around it. Interesting. Anyways, we'll see how the interior looks. That's what matters. Good, top loader. Yay. All right. Cool. Nothing too exciting here, but we got another one of those press proofs I like to grab up from 2015-16 Donruss Soccer. So again, first year of Donruss, not like that's like a huge, it's not like Prism or any of these other higher end things. Donruss isn't obviously a big chase set, but these are cool. I mean, they're numbered. These are goats. It's still 6 years old, so it's not like ultra modern or anything like that. So they might hold some value. Actually, these have actually been jumping up a little bit. I have these on my alerts, so I see them quite frequently whenever they get listed. But all of the numbered ones now are like, people are listing them 50, 60, 70 bucks now, where they used to be like 20 bucks. So I think I got my fair share of these, so I'll probably just chill out on buying more. But again, when you're getting them for 20 bucks, it's no big deal. But when you're getting them for 70, that's a different story. So anyways, nice Lionel Messi. This is like the base parallel, so that's nice, because some of the other ones I have are like inserts and stuff. So happy to have that one. All right. Like, what are you? Oh, cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Anyway, you guys know I've been real bullish on these Ryan Garcia cards, and like I've mentioned before, they are exclusive, pretty much the only card he has currently, so you're not gonna really see other cards of him for the time being until something else comes out. But God, this is like the worst penny sleeve. What do you do to this? Like put it under a blow dryer or something? Anyways, so this is the Color Blast, which is one of the rarer cards. But this is also the lenticular Color Blast, so it adds another layer of scarcity to it. But it's a thicker card, but it has that sort of 3D kind of thing going on. You can see. So this actually looks really cool. Looks like there's a little bit of funkiness going on the edge here. Nothing. It's not like terrible. Corners look good. Yeah, it's just this edge over here has a little bit, but these come up so few and far between. I'm not gonna freak out. I didn't pay like a crazy amount for this, so we'll see. It might still be worth getting graded just because these are pretty rare and you don't find them very often, even though my edges will probably be like an 8.5 or something if I went to Beckett, which I probably would, just because that would probably be an 8 on PSA. So I'd rather get it. I'd rather get maybe a Beckett 9 if I can. Since everything else looks good. Centering is solid, corners solid, surface. These surfaces are weird because it has that, kind of weird 3D sort of ridged, thing going on. I don't know if you guys can see that in the light. And you see like there's like, it's like a record sort of. It's got the little grooves. But yeah, cool card. That one might stick around for a while. Okay. Just rip this guy open. Might just make more sense. Probably not. Okay, I lie. This is when they do these fold over deals, it messes me up because I never really know where to start. sweating. that was a lot of work to get into that. Okay. Good packaging, nice. Got the spacers, fillers, whatever you call them. Adds nice rigidity. Oh yeah, very cool. Hey. So this is gonna add to my 2018 Donruss Gold collection. I've been stacking these up. I kind of started with, I got this really nice Mbappe. Kind of lucky, I got it like right before Mbappe just went, right before he went crazy the second time. Not like early last year, not like early 2020 when that was the real time to buy Mbappe, when he was like $2. But you know, he kind of dipped after the summer. You know, the whole soccer market dipped pretty hard, and then I started scooping stuff up at, you know, towards the end of 2020, and that's when I was able to get a lot of great cards. But I wanted to get a Pulisic because, you know, he's just kind of becoming Captain America, and he's, you know, doing really well. Chelsea's in the Champions League finals. He's been actually kind of proving himself to be more than just kind of that, you know, the American who's decent enough to make it to, you know, over to Europe, but never is gonna be like as good as, you know, the true like European stars. But he's kind of saying like, no, I'm in there with all of you guys, and you know, he's you know, kicked in a few goals recently, and I think, you know, people are starting to kind of change their minds about Pulisic in terms of him being like a legitimate soccer star versus just being an American soccer star. If that makes sense. So I think when that kind of transition starts happening and the Europeans start collecting him, giving him more respect, you know, blah blah, that coupled with the huge American hype that's going to come, you know, around during the World Cup and everything else, I could see him having a really big run up. This one in particular, if you don't know, Donruss this year, for whatever reason, they did like a national team card, and they also did a you know, domestic team card. So he has, I can't remember if he's with Chelsea at this point. Maybe he's still with Dortmund, but anyways, doesn't matter. He has another card. Same thing with Mbappe. He has a France card, and then he has a PSG card. So pretty cool card to have with the United States on there, especially once it comes to World Cup. I think everyone's gonna be looking for the more kind of American you know, team sort of stuff. So I think this is gonna be a really cool one to have moving forward, and everything looks great on it. Centering looks amazing. I actually watched this card for probably 2 or 3 months on eBay, and I literally lowballed offers like 2 or 3 times, and the person never even responded to offers. Not like it's declined, like, you know, typically when you put an offer in, they don't like it, they decline it. This person just never responded, and they just held tight on their pricing. And at the time I was like, no way, I'm not paying that much, because, you know, I was getting Messi and Ronaldo golds for like half. And then finally, you know, once he started blowing up, I was like, okay, I better get this card. And there was like 61 watchers and stuff. I was like, okay, I gotta pull the trigger, because I'm gonna not see this card again. I'm gonna be pissed that I never got it. And anyways, that's my story. All right, let's this big box here. Let's see what's in this guy. Probably some stickers if I was a betting man. They put a bunch of wrappers from other stickers. Finally got my hands on one of these. I'm excited. These are probably some of the more sought after stickers in the aftermarket world right now. Explain why in a second. But I've been watching these for too long. I watched them basically double in price over the last few months. Stupidly, I sat on the sidelines until they dried up at the cheap pricing, and then I've just been watching them fly by at these astronomical prices. But finally, I found one for a decent price. It's not as cheap as it was, so not like, you know, I'm not as excited as I would if I would have got it for the original price I was looking at this for, but I feel like this is a nice, it was in the middle of where they are now consistently and where they were, so I think that's pretty fair. I still have, you know, a little bit of face I saved. I didn't have to go completely off the rails, but this is a 2006 Germany World Cup sticker box. So these are what the very first World Cup stickers for Messi and Ronaldo. You've seen me open quite a few of those in the past. This is what the stickers look like that are inside here. So obviously getting a Messi or Ronaldo is key, and getting it in good condition is key. So yeah, so I got this. I don't think I'm gonna open this. I think this is a pretty good product to kind of keep sealed on the sidelines. So I think that's my strategy with this one. I'm just gonna pick up the Messi and Ronaldos in you know, raw format for now, because you know, I don't know, you know, even if I open this whole thing, I might get one, you know, or the other, or if I get one of both, you'll kind of barely be breaking even on the box, you know, if you sold them raw. Of course, if you grade them, you have great upside. So but you know, that's just one of those things. I've opened a lot of sticker boxes now that I'm kind of, I know how many stickers there are in this set, and there's a lot, because you got to think every nation, right, in the World Cup has, you know, team members in here. So I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of players. So even though you get a large amount of packs in here, you get 100 packs, which you get 5 stickers per package. So that's 500 stickers. That may not even be the entire set. So you might, you know, may or may not even get a Messi or Ronaldo. But I haven't yet to open a 100-pack box yet to really gauge it. Who knows? You might get a couple of each. That would be amazing. But again, until I know for sure, I definitely don't think it's worth it. And these are going for a pretty penny. So I think it's worth keeping this sealed for the time being as the market continues to sort of develop over the next few years, or however long you want to put on it. Okay, let's open this guy. Stuck all over the edge. There we go. All right, cool. So just another kind of low-end gold Donruss 2018 Donruss parallel. I like these, as you guys know. I picked up quite a few. And this one is Harry Kane. So again, numbered to 75. It's really hard to see when they kind of embed it there in that already shiny, but this is a insert called Dominators. So I just saw this one. It was cheap. Harry Kane is kind of on my radar right now, just because he's a pretty I think he's gonna have a pretty big summer with a most likely transfer coming up. He's already sort of made it known that he wants out of Tottenham, so I think he's gonna, you know, hopefully gets transferred to a contending club that could, you know, really make some noise. He's going to be the captain of the English team as well, so you have that going as far as, you know, the Euros coming up and everything else. So I think there's going to be a big spotlight on him here come this summer. So I've been just, you know, kind of slowly picking up things again. So far, this is the extent of my Harry Kane collection. Very, very pathetic. But I definitely made a few moves recently to grab some more things. So just a little strategy. Again, not like the newest player, nothing crazy right now. So, but I think if you're really prospecting and speculating on how transfers are going to affect markets and how Euros are going to affect markets and World Cup is going to affect markets, I don't think there's any downside to Harry Kane at this point. So take it for what it is. All right. Well, that wraps up another Monday Mailbag. Thank you again for checking out the video and joining us for these 30 minutes or so. And again, if you haven't yet subscribed, I would really appreciate a sub if you don't mind. And if you have subscribed and you've been here every week, thank you to you as well, because you are awesome. And if you liked the video and you enjoyed the content, hit the like button, because that lets me know that things are on the up and up. All right, guys. Well, I will leave it there for now, and we will do this again next week. And until then, peace.